What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Mystic Watch, and today we got a brand new video. We're going to be doing Beginner's Guide 11, Coin Shop Guide. So in this video, I will break down everything you need to know about the coin shop, how to maximize your coins, what are the best way to get coins, what should you be saving towards. This is going to include the JP side, which is why I want to, start off on the JP and kind of hover back and forth between global and JP so I can show you the differences. So I have both games open right now, you can see. But full guide on CoinShop. Now, before we get started, typical plugs. Discord is open down below. If you want to join the Mystical Watch and Friends Discord, be sure to click the link down below. I also am recruiting for guild number 2, which is called 3 AM. If you guys want to join that guild, make sure you join the Discord and take a look at the announcements sections. You'll see everything you need to know there. Just as a heads up, it's around 90k CC to join. You also need to be willing to donate horns and wings every single day. You know, the usual. It is a somewhat competitive guild. It's not going to be as strict as my main guild. And if you are interested in the main guild, I will be posting, announcements there on the Discord and on my Twitter whenever I'm recruiting again. But the main guild is a lot more strict. Just keep that in mind. No, I do not want to do Hell Raid. Second plug is BlueStacks. If you guys want to play the game on PC without crashing, make sure you click on that link down below. It'll bring you right to BlueStacks for the download, and you can install the game straight from there. That's how I play every time I'm on my computer. That's how I'm currently playing. It runs buttery smooth, never gives me an issue. Yeah, and it's just nice and neat. So let's just jump into the coin shop. We're going to open coin shop on both sides, and I'm going to give you a breakdown as to why. Why does it do this? Why do you got to reset? I'm waiting patiently. I'm a nice guy. Did I do anything to you to cause this? Was there a reason you had to close down on me? You're not looking good today, Meliodas. I don't know why you got that smirk on your face. But with the coin shop, to start off, we will talk about the SSR coins or the platinum coins. If you guys aren't properly sure about how the coins function, if it wasn't made obvious already, maybe you haven't been doing any summons so you don't really know. Whenever you pull a unit, any dupe of that unit you get gets converted into a coin that you can use to increase that specific unit's ultimate. Coins do not carry over. This is not Dokkan where you can use a different unit and have a smaller chance of raising the ultimate. But in here, it is simply coin shop. If I have this DN coin, it won't work on any other DN. It only works on this DN. So keep that in mind. Now, as for the coin shop, it is pretty empty right now. So let's jump back over to JP to give you an example of what it will actually look like. This stuff up top is pretty new with the commandments. These units over here are, these are cosmetics, but they belong to the original character units that are not yet in Grand Cross. The first original character, Lilia, came out, I believe, the second month of the game. When the Slime collab came out, that's when we got Lilia. And we got a green Lilia then, maybe 2 months after got a blue Lilia, a month after got a Valenti, and now we just got 2 more original character units, Easton and Mono. So now that makes 5 in total, but 4 unique characters because there's 2 Lilias in the game. So these are the cosmetics for them, and I'm going to assume that once Easton and Mono rotate out, their cosmetics are going to be added in here. What this means for global is, if you go under the Sacred Treasure Shop, you can buy costumes from here. But what ends up happening is, let's actually take a look at the events. For example, when these go away, and you're unable to buy them, until this event comes back, you're never going to see these costumes again. So these costumes are locked with events. So with the original characters, they seem to be adding them to the coin shops, which is a really nice, it's just nice overall. Now, SSR Pendant, absolutely garbage. Please do not buy this ever, it is a waste of time. I would not recommend using a platinum coin to buy this because the units are 10 times more important. Now, what units in particular? So the commandments, this follows the story, right? So we didn't get the commandments in here until very recently on JP. For the most part, this is what we're looking at. And we're not even including Escanor. because the original group of coin shop units were these 6 units down here. King and Dian being free to play, and the other 4 being, exclusive to the coin shop. You need 7 to buy them at any given moment, or if they're on rotation like up here, you can buy them for 5 coins. These are your priorities for units to buy. There literally is not a single other thing you need to buy on here with currency. Maybe there's like an argument to be made about this part 2 ticket, but even then, I just wouldn't get it, to be honest. The only thing that I would personally get are these cosmetics, because cosmetics have long-term value, but the units are more important. Getting and unlocking a new powerful unit goes way more than buying a stupid SSR pendant or a ticket for a random unit you might not even need. And the worst thing is, if you buy a ticket, this goes for global. You buy one of these tickets and you get a unit you already have, you just spent 3 of your currency for a dupe of a unit you already have, which feels really, really bad. Highly recommend you never do that. Only buy units with your platinum coins. If you guys are not sure which units to buy first, that's when you can check out my video from a couple days ago with the coin shop tier list, where I tell you the priority of units to buy. Moving on to the gold. Now from here, I won't be looking at the JP as much because the JP side of things are a little bit, they just have an extra unit or 2 on here that global doesn't. That's really the main reason. Actually, one last thing before I go into it. The way the coin shop works when it comes to units is you can see that there's a timer here. On JP, there's 3 units at a time. That might not be the case on global. We might only get 2 units at a time on global. But even if there are 2 units, the way it works is they either cycle on a weekly or a bi-weekly basis. So the units will be here for 7 days or 14 days, and then they'll swap. And they typically follow the order in which you can see them here. So from here, it'll move over to Escanor and King. And this, this ordering should be the same on... The ordering should be the same on global. So we should get King first, then Ban, then Gowther, then Dian, then Demon Meliodas, then Merlin. Now, King might be skipped because we already have him as a free-to-play unit. On JP, the first week of the game, King was in the shop. And then week 2, Ban was in the shop. However, we're already week 2 into the game, and we have yet to see a single genuine coin shop unit. These 2 are not coin shop units when I'm specifically referring to coin shop units. I'm talking about exclusive units that can only be bought with coins, not found in banners. So these are not what I'm talking about. Next week, they don't have I don't know why I said it like that. They don't have a schedule like they do for the gold and the silver. But here you can expect Ban to show up. And when he does, that cycle will start, and it should follow this routine. So we should go Ban into Gowther into Dian. We might skip the Dian for the first rotation. Into Demon Meliodas, into Merlin. If that's the case, you want to be picking them up every single week you can. And at that point, it is worth it to summon, just to get coins. Because these units are so valuable that missing them out on a rotation means you won't be able to buy them unless you spend 2 extra currency, which is an absolute waste, and I highly recommend you never do. If you cannot buy them on rotation, you're going to have to wait a full month, like 6 weeks, until they come back on rotation. Absolutely horrendous thing to do. Please do not miss out on these. If you do not have enough coins, summon. It is okay to summon. We get an SSR ticket every week. We get more from events. We get more from just doing the story as well. You should have plenty of tickets. Even without spending gems, you should be able to pull some coins. So the ideal thing is get coins whenever you can. If you miss a rotation, do not spend the 2 extra coins to get them. Just wait until you actually end up having the 5 coins for the next time they're around. Now, for the SR shop, let's go back to here. Here with the SR shop, I'm not going to be explaining the units as much because I talk about these on the tier list, but the units do have a decent priority. However, there are times where, like, because SR coins are so more abundant, once you buy all these units, it's like, no, even with the SR units, I wouldn't even bother with getting anything else, really. It really is just a waste. There's nothing here that's worth getting besides the units. It's only once you get down to silver where buying things other than units are actually feasible. Once again, I have a coin shop tier list where I explain which units to go after first and the priority you should be taking on them. I also have a units to max their ultimates out, which tie in very heavily with this video as well. Now, yeah, we'll skip this for now. Just a bunch of units you want to pick up, and it's just a matter of which order do you pick them up in. Because with the Platinum, these units are so much more rare and so much more impactful that you want to make sure you're doing this right. With these, if you miss a rotation, you know, you don't buy Hauser this week, who cares, right? Nothing's gonna happen. You can wait for him to come back again. And their cycle is shorter. They only have 4 weeks and then they'll cycle back. Chances are they will mess around with the units. It might not follow this exact thing next month. What does it actually say down here? Yeah, when the gold coin shop sale finishes, it is refreshed to a new schedule. So most likely meaning that it'll be similar units, if not the same units, but in a different ordering. Silver. This one is different because silver coins are so abundant and SRs are units that you naturally get very quickly. It gets to the point that you are able to max out key SRs very, very fast. Within a month or two, you know. Just by summoning a couple times here or there, by the time you dump like 1,000 gems into the game, you know, however long that takes, for the most part, about like 90% of my gems are farmed. So it's like, it might only take you like a month or two, but you will end up getting every single SR within like 10 multis, and then after that you'll be able to max out specific SRs really, really fast. So you end up having an abundance of silver coins, and at that point, because you don't care about maxing all of these guys' ultimates out from the coin shop, which is a waste, I would not recommend buying. The only unit I would ever recommend buying a dupe of from this coin shop is most likely Gustav whenever he's around. Whenever Gustav comes around, he's more of a key unit that you don't want to miss out on. There are some exceptions, like you can pull for green, you know, if Green Gilthunder comes out, it's fine to get a copy of him. Griamore is fine. Arthur is fine because they're Fate Ultimate like partners to very strong units. But besides that, no. Now, what else do you do with your coins then? You have these things down here. And the nice thing is, almost everything here is a really good value. What mostly ends up happening is that your silver coins end up getting converted into stamina pots. And the stamina pots are a really good value, just 1 coin per pot. You know, that's 30 stamina pots right there. On JP, if it doesn't close down, you can see here that I have 300 pots, and this is after I just spent about 400 coins getting either more stamina. I don't have that much stamina right now, but I bought a lot of these tickets over here. These tickets also exist on this game. So these are 12% tickets, and these are pretty good value. 12% tickets like a decent enough chance for you to try to test your luck at SSRs. But once you get to the point where you have plenty of stamina, because it does hit that point where the beginning like month of the game, or beginning 2 months of the game, you're really locked on stamina, and you want to do so many different things. But you end up like every multi you do. Please, I don't have coronavirus. Every multi you do, you get like 8 rares, 7 rares, 6 rares. And there's only 9 rares in the game. You can easily max out all the rares, and then you're just sitting there with like 200 to 300 extra coins, even if you're free to play. You can convert those into stamina pots as you need, but the thing I would end up doing at some point is, if you have too many, these SR pendants are really good, and then these tickets are really good. Usually, this one ends up being better with the Demon Fairy Goddess, just because the pool of characters is usually just a better overall pool. But priority should go stamina pots, into... Do not buy these. Attribute dungeon keys are a waste. The gold... Still a waste, really, to be honest. These are... Event dungeon keys have a really good argument to be made for, just because SSR... You know, just... SSR pendants are hard to come by, and these just speed up your progress. But in reality, it should go like... Pots... Evolution... What is it called? Event dungeon key. And then if you have like so much more, like you have plenty of stamina, you have plenty of these, you know, you're sitting good, then at that point pick up one of these tickets and just try your luck. And then with here, I would not buy any of the units with your friend coins. This should be focused on pretty much just buying the event, the stamina pods, or PvP. I would not buy anything else. Stamina pods early on, you know, more stamina just makes it easier for you to do stuff. This, if you're really stuck, like, you know, once you have enough stamina, then you go for this. And usually on the last day of the week, I tend to pick up a couple of these if I'm pushing for, you know, a final push on PvP and I don't want to use gems to gain three more fights. That's like a really bad conversion from gem to stamina. And that's really it. That is the coin shop broken down on a JP, and it closed down, and I'm not going to worry about it anymore. I was just going to go over the platinum coin shop. Everything else for the most part is exactly the same. The main thing to look out for is the platinum coin shop will change next week, and that's why you want to be ahead of the game, so at least you know what to focus on. If you're not sure what coins you should be putting in and what coins you shouldn't, that's when you can check out my previous video where I talk about it's like the one with the goat there, which units to max out first. I have a list on there of exactly that. Which units, you know, should you put your dupe coins into? That way, any unit that isn't on that list, feel free to save or stockpile and use them freely. Hopefully that explains it a little bit better. If it did, let me know. And yeah, that's really it for this video. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.